Good afternoon, welcome back to ExpatCrib. My name is Ian, and today I'm back in Medellin, and I actually took the bus here from Retiro today. Where I usually get off is Inter Plaza, and then I take a DD or an Uber up here. But today, 1 hour ago, huge traffic jam. One of the reasons I don't live in the city anymore. It took me 1 hour to get from Inter Plaza. I probably could have walked it, but if I did, I'd be sweating like crazy right now. So this is my final episode of the 3 best places to live in Poblado. This is my number 1, still number 2 for some people, number 1 for some people. It depends. Last week I was in Alejandria, near the Golden Mile, near Mall Santa Fe, Mall Oviedo. Again, that's a number 1 pick for a lot of people, but for me, if I'm going to live in the city, I don't think I'm going to live in the city with the traffic that I saw this morning. Again, totally normal here. So that's why it's super strategic to pick the right neighborhood if you're going to live in Poblado. And today, I am just behind Mall Tesoro. This is a park that is, or was created, I guess it was owned by the energy company FAM. Okay, I've been here several times before. It's a dog walking park. Okay, so if you have a pet or a dog, I don't know if, I know I have a cat, but he doesn't really follow my commands. But if you have a dog, like many of the people who come to this park who have dogs, this is a great place for dog walking. But we are going to go up through Mall Tesoro, and I'm going to show you. I've done videos here before, but if you're new to the channel, I'm going to show you a little bit of this area and the reason why it's number 1 for me. Part of it is the weather's a little cooler up here. So, all right, let's go. All right, here we go. So, just want to point out, just down over this way here, there's a biblioteca, a library. Okay, and again, really nice park area here. There's a basketball court down there, a cancha de football court, and again, as you can see, great place to be walking your dogs. So, as I stated earlier, we are right behind Mall Tesoro, which I think is I'd probably rate it now my number 2 behind Mall Viva. I think Mall Viva is actually a better location or better mall because it has the big home center, which is like Home Depot, and also it has an IKEA. So a lot of people like IKEA, which is becoming very popular here now. When I first went to IKEA, I loved the meatballs there. I know a lot of people do, and no one knew about it. The food there and the good prices on food, and they have some special dishes here that they don't have in Canada, for instance. And yeah, the other day I was there and it was absolutely packed. So it's been discovered. So as I said, we're right behind Mall Tesoro. We're going to walk through Mall Tesoro. We're going to hit Mall Tesoro and then Del Este, another plaza. 2 major grocery stores here. Another reason why I like the Tesoro area. And also Amsterdam Plaza, one of my favorite places to grab lunch or brunch or dinner. All right. So we are going to the back entrance of the mall. construction going on. But again, this is a level S4, as you can see right here. Looks like, oh yeah, escalator's working. So I think we go up 3 floors to hit the mall. Again, we're going through the back side of the mall. And yeah, the reason I love this area, and again, if I was going to live in Medellin, again, climate, accessibility to one major shopping mall and one plaza. This mall has a Caruja grocery store. We'll take a walk by there. And then there's a big Éxito Wow store, which is their flagship store, which is just over in Del Este. So we're coming into the newer part of the mall. When I say newer, built like 8 years ago. Okay, and then you've got a big furniture store here called Ambiente Living, which is also in Mall Viva. They have a big one there too. So, and in this mall there are there's a big food court, and then there's sections of restaurants, as you can see right over there. One of the best burgers is a Chef Burger over in that corner there, and then they have Parmesano up there, El Corral, Lenos and Carbon, barbecue, and one pro tip. If you're coming here and you want to get banking done, which is always a big headache here, they have a walk-in Bank-Colombia here. They actually have a normal Bank-Colombia upstairs, but if you want to get things done, you can come over here to Bank-Colombia. Sometimes they have bilingual people if you don't speak Spanish. Sometimes no. But really good ambient for a bank. You basically just go there, put in your cedula, and you're good to go. So, yeah, I've got help here many times. And then they have bank machines just outside here. Okay, and if you're going to do banking, always better and safer to come into a mall. You don't want to do it out in the streets. Brand new New Balance store right here. And again, this is the newer part of the mall. They have medical towers here also. We're going to make our way through. I'm not going to do both floors today. There's 2 floors here. There's a big, if you can see it up there, there's a big Smart Fit gym up there in the corner. And if you want to grab a good coffee, Alama Coffee right there. Highly recommend. They do a really good brunch too. I pointed out several times in the videos. If you want a good brunch in Medellin, and Alama is in, I believe they're in Mall Tesoro for sure. They're also in Mall Viva. Someone can point out in the comments what other malls are in, but they have some standalone restaurants also here. So if you want a good brunch, Alama's the place. So right here, one of my faves, an espresso. I'll go back when I'm finished the video and get my coffee for the week. And then just up ahead there, you can see H&M. So they have major brands in this mall like H&M. They have I believe a Quicksilver store here, North Face, and some other major brands. Here's Tesla. I'm sure people can afford those cars here, but I think BYD is going to run havoc on Tesla. Again, I see a few Teslas on the road here, but a lot of BYD cars here now. Oh, looks like a BMW motorcycles in the house. There's a BMW dealership over by Mall Santa Fe in Mila de Oro. And I believe that's the dealership that's here today. Up here showing off the cars in Mall Tesoro. What I love about this mall also, beautiful greenery here. As you can see. Mini Cooper, BMW brand also. And again, if you have kids, this mall here and Mall Viva have little theme parks for the kids. So as I said, the traffic getting over here today was absolutely terrible. So if you're going to move to the city strategically, you'll want to find the neighborhood close to shops, services, and restaurants. Things that are walkable. And a lot of people will say Tesoro is not walkable, but if you live on the Superior, which is the road that goes up to Mall Tesoro on the level, and also Mila de Oro and Del Este. If you live on that road, you're good to go. Straight, pretty much. No hills. But as I always say, it's good to be one block up or one block down. Let's take before we head out over to Amsterdam Plaza, I'm going to show you guys the view from this mall, which is absolutely spectacular. Probably the best mall view of the city I've seen anywhere in the world. So we'll walk over there now. So just so you guys know, Pergamino is a cafe that I believe they were established in 2012. I was at the opening of their first store in Provenza. And I must say, if you know, you know, Pergamino does a great job at marketing. They're literally, when you arrive in the airport and when you leave from the city, they are masters at marketing, I must say. So over there you got crepes and waffles. It's actually their ice cream. location. They actually have a store in the mall here too. And then here you have Sunset Tesoro, which is literally the place you come and grab a cocktail and watch the sunset. So there's a sushi place here. There is a microbrewery here. Firehouse is represented. Again, this is probably the reason why. Check out the view. Spectacular view from here. Right over here, 123 Walk, one of my favorite hybrid Asian fusion places. We're gonna make a loop around here, the top floor, just so you guys can see a few more things before we head over to Mila de Oro. As always, if you guys have any questions or comments, put them in the comments section. Right over there you can see, as I was saying, Al Lama, great brunch place right here in Mal Tesoro. And then one of my other favorites, Il Forno, over there is a kind of like Italian style food. Really good pasta. If you're in the mood for pasta, you definitely want to check them out. So we're in level 2 of the mall right now. Let's make our way downstairs so you guys can see where the grocery store is here. And right here you have Pharmatodo, kind of like a CVS or Shoppers Drug Mart in Canada. They have a few 24-hour places in the city here. And you can see this week, big emphasis on cars. All over they've got different dealerships represented here. Let's go take a look. As I said, North Face, another major brand here. Kind of interested in this one here. I saw it from a distance. I don't know what this is. I think it's probably a Chinese brand. Let's take a look over here. Again, Zeekr. That's what it is. The Zeekr brand. which I believe is from China. And over here we have Hyundai. Korea represented. And then some more cars just around the corner there. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's walk through a food court here. This is the sit-down restaurant food court. They have a fast food court on the other side. But here is your more sit-down oriented food place. We're gonna go buy crepes and waffles. And as you can see, always popular, always a crowd, always a lineup. So you gotta get here early. Absolutely full. Yeah, very hard to ever get a seat here. Arrive early. Right over there, Todo en Artes is a stationery store. They have books, writing materials, and as you can see right there, they got their own cafe. All the brands here. Velez is another one we went to the other day, and they're opening up their own brand of cafes right in the stores. So I think they've realized here that they have something to market in Colombia called coffee. And it seems like a lot of the brands are doing that. Eating into Starbucks market share. Again, Starbucks was popular here at the beginning, but I don't think as much anymore. Not a huge fan of their coffee, but they always have nice stores and a nice ambient. I guess they I won't say they created the coffee culture here, because I believe, I'm not sure, the first Starbucks that I remember here was on La 10 and then over to Mila de Oro. Pergamino was fast to follow. And again, Pergamino, I would say, is probably as far as I understand, one of the number one brands for coffee and creating the coffee culture here in Colombia. When I first came here in 2010, there was guys on the street with backpacks, big urns on their back, selling Tinto coffee, the worst kind of coffee you could get. But it was easy to get on the streets here. But now the coffee culture is alive and thriving here in the country. So we're going to come out the entrance I usually come into, and we're going to walk over to Mila de Oro. So right over here you can see they have Mac Center. They're an authorized Apple dealership. So if you need servicing done, or if you need to get a new Mac, you can get it right here. Yeah. All right, so just came out of this is the main entrance where the Mac Center is there to Mall Tesoro, and we are going to keep going on towards Del Este, which is the plaza that's only 1 block from here, and then on to Amsterdam Plaza. And the road right in front of us, right here, going this way, that is the road that you want to live on, Superior, because basically it's flat. Everything up or down from El Tesoro is a hill. Again, that's why a lot of people don't want to live up here. They always point out that it's so hilly here, and it is, for sure it is. But again, if you live one block up or one block down, you're good to go. And again, we've just come from El Tesoro, right there, big tower. We're gonna head over one block away, not even a block, is Del Este. As you can see right there, the big sign. Right there they have the Éxito Wow, which is a really good shop, really good grocery store. We're gonna cross over here. And just so you guys know, another reason why this neighborhood is so good is just up this road here, about 4 blocks, is one of the best hospitals in the city, Clínica Rosario. Clínica Rosario, one of the best hospitals in the city. That's why a lot of people choose to live up in this area. Sometimes it takes forever. Medellin is not pedestrian friendly, but sometimes you just got to make a move here. So as I said, right across the road here is Del Este, and Del Este is a really good little plaza across from El Tesoro. I love how they do the greenery here in the city. Keeps the temperature down. A lot of the newer buildings are building that way, where they put greenery on the facade, and again keeps the temperature down in the city. A lot of good changes happening here. So over here, as you see directly ahead there is a Body Tech gym and a Pharmatodo, and that's a 24-hour drugstore there. Pharmatodo has 4 or 5 that are 24 hours. So, and again here they have the big grocery store, Éxito Wow. I actually went into the plaza in another video, but today I'm gonna keep trucking here because it's starting to rain. So as always, if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section. You can time in the video here. It only takes about probably 5 minutes to walk to Amsterdam Plaza, which again is a great plaza for meetings, for lunch, dinner, breakfast. Amsterdam Plaza is basically hosts many restaurants, bars, and cafes. So in the next coming weeks, stay tuned because I'm going to head over to Envigado and Sabaneta, and I'm going to point out to you guys the best places to live over there. This year I'm going to not get necessarily to specific neighborhoods there, but show you the zone that I think is going to be the place to be living if you like city life. Again, big disclaimer, if you like busyness, you like city, you like the metro, that's the thing. They finally figured out here, and I'm going to show you in upcoming videos where to live along the metro. And there's one zone in particular I really like, and I think well, the prices are already going up there, but I think it's because it's near the metro. So, but again, still affordable compared to Poblado. So I'm going to point those out in the weeks ahead, and I'm also going to intersperse videos of Oriente. Again, where I live. That's going to be more of my focus towards the end of the year. Again, I won't leave out the city here. Don't worry. And if you guys ever need some consultation time, I have a link on the website. Be more than happy to talk with you guys. Again, I've been doing quite a few consultations lately. Save people a lot of money. As I said before, it's kind of like a master class in 1 hour. I can bring you up to speed on everything here. Again, connect you with doctors, dentists, lawyers, and all the things you might need when you come to the city, especially with real estate. So I've got some trusted people I work with here in real estate. I don't do brokering anymore. Again, as you see in the videos here, I obviously show off a lot of my associates' properties, but I put you guys directly in touch with the brokers now. Again, I don't really get involved. I'm associated with these brokers for sure, and I do lead development for them. But for instance, my business partner Camilo, I send most of our leads towards him, especially when it comes to building our homes. He takes care of all those things. So we here are just outside of, as you can see it right here, Chef Burger, one of my favorite burger joints. And then just down here, you can see the main entrance to Amsterdam Plaza. This is an amazing area to live, right around this area. 1 block up, 1 block down. Because you're really close to Mall Tesoro. And if we would have went the opposite way today from Mall Tesoro, that's where I featured 2 apartments that are 4 blocks away. I will actually link those apartments in the video description or at the end screen, because yeah, they're very close to Mall Tesoro, about a 10-minute walk, but no hills. So right now we're in front of Amsterdam Plaza. Let's go take a quick look. And again, it's taken us about I don't know, 6 or 7 minutes to walk here. But I can see there's a storm a brewing here. The weather changes here every 15 minutes, it seems. So again, right over there you have Chef Burger, Persimmon, really good restaurants in here. They have several cafes and bars here also. And over there, as you can see, franchises like Olivia. And then over here you have sushi. And then across the way there you have Sushi Market. And to me, obviously, this is a Greek restaurant. This is actually new to me. Maybe it's been here already for a few years, but it's the first time I've actually taken note. And then right there you've got Urbania, a cafe. Great place to get some work done. Cusco, Peruvian cuisine. And again, this is new for me. It's a new wine bar, bodega. Very cool. This is new too. Oh, look at that. They have chicken burgers. Looks like a roast beef. Bien too. Yeah. Roast beef. Yeah, this looks new to me too. I'll have to come by here another time. Gracias. And then here we have my favorite, crepes and waffles. This is their experimental headquarters here, where they come up with new menu items. But as you can see, as always, really good selection of ice cream. And then over there, you have Barbacoa, which is also in Retiro. It's a Mexican style restaurant. I've never seen so many sushi places in Medellin in one place. So there's at least 4 here. Vancouver people will love it. And this is new to me too, but looks like they have a really good selection of wine over there. Great place for your evening or late afternoon cocktails. This is actually a really, really good cafe. And they have really good chocolates here too. And then over here, BBC, which is one of the first microbreweries, I believe, in Colombia. So we're gonna head downstairs now to the parking lot, and then there are some other, it's a drugstore down here, a 24-hour drugstore. There is a De Uno, cheap food store. There's a spa. And a few other different things here. Let's take a look. You've got a barber shop. You've got a hat store right here. And then over here, you have a health food store. And then right here, you have a spa. There's also bank machines here and an optical place. Looks like another place to get your nails done. So just so you guys know, the Tesoro area, El Tesoro area, is one of the more affluent, if not the most affluent area in Poblado. There's some private schools not far from here. I think Marymount is one of them. So very family focused neighborhood, and they have everything that you would want in this neighborhood. So again, my number one pick again for 2026 is the area of Tesoro. Many people inquire about this area, especially looking for places right around here near Amsterdam Plaza and Mall Tesoro. But as you can see, a lot of traffic. I started my day here with traffic, and I'm ending my day here with traffic. So it's time to catch a taxi back to where I get the bus to Retiro. So hope you've enjoyed this walking tour today. If you have any questions or would ever like to consult with me about where the best places are to live, I can connect you with many networks here. As I said before, doctors, dentists, really good brokers that I work with here. So if you need a 1-hour consultation, I will put a link here in the description. And yeah, any way I can help you guys out when you're coming to Medellin, just let me know. So this is Ian from ExpatCrib, and we'll see you in the next video.